The most disingenuous or uninformed thing that will be said tonight about this issue is that banning a 4-ounce piece of plastic is going to save lives. It will not save a single life. So let's not say that. You're not even, this doesn't ban a gun, this ATF rule. It bans a piece of plastic that goes on a gun. It looks similar to something that won't be banned, which is a collapsible stock. There will be 100 million collapsible stocks still legally obtainable in this country. But this isn't a collapsible stock. It just happens to look like one. It was designed for pistols, for people who have disabilities so that they can stabilize a pistol and shoot it from their wrist. And let's be clear, the other side of the aisle had 2 years when they controlled the House, the Senate, and the White House. They could have made a law against this particular plastic accessory, but they chose not to. Instead, this is a ruling from the ATF, a ruling that in just a few weeks is going to create tens of millions of felons who have no idea that they're going to be felons. And there will be prosecutions. And these people followed the law when they purchased these items. The law that they could go look up and read, a law that the ATF interpreted for them, sent letters to the manufacturers and the purchasers of these things, and said that these plastic accessories are legal. Under our technical interpretation of what this plastic accessory does, it is legal to buy, it is legal to sell, it is legal to transfer. In fact, nobody even needed a license. It's a plastic accessory. This thing can't shoot a bullet. It doesn't function like a gun. It is a plastic accessory.
Is it a bump stock?
I'm glad you asked this question, Mr. Gates. It is not a bump stock. It does not simulate or accelerate rapid fire of a firearm. In fact, it makes a pistol less concealable. A pistol regularly wouldn't have this thing on it. It is something you add to a pistol that makes it less concealable. And under the law, it is legal because it was designed not with the intent to allow a pistol to be fired from the shoulder, but with the intent to allow somebody who's weak and can't fire a pistol from the wrist to be able to more accurately fire a pistol from the wrist. So it doesn't even meet the definition, the legal definition of what would be a stock added to a pistol. It is a pistol brace for the wrist. And let's be clear, people had 120 days to comply with this. This isn't even in the news. A lot of people bought these. They're in their safes. They're in their houses. They have no idea that on May 1st, if we don't do something, on May 1st, there will be tens of millions of felons who have no idea that they've just become felons. But the ATF did something like this in 1994. They reclassified what was called the Striker 12 shotgun, street sweeper. They changed it to a destructive device. There were only a few thousand of these guns. They gave people 7 years to register these guns. Those were guns, by the way, not plastic accessories. And they gave them 7 years to do this. By the way, the bump stock ban, there were probably 500,000 of those in existence. Something similar happened with those. How many of those do you think have been registered? About 500. About 500. Because a lot of people don't even know that they are felons in possession of that at this point, because of a rule, not because of a law, because of a rule. Yes, the ATF accepted comment, but they really didn't do much about the comment or the concerns. And what this boils down to is, what was your intent when you purchased this plastic accessory? They're trying to impart crime based on intent, and that's what this rule does. This rule is flawed. This rule will create millions of felons. We need to stop this rule. Mr. Clyde's Congressional Review Act needs to be implemented quickly to prevent creating tens of millions of felons on June 1st. And I yield back.